write down my notes for mine, but
because you stole mine.
I did.
What's my notes?
For Black Widow, some random movie about a Russian spy family reunited at last for one battle.
I like it. I'd watch that. Ryan, what's your review?
That was it.
Beautifully done.
Yeah. I watched Black Widow. I stole it from Ryan.
We watched Black Widow.
You jump in whenever you want.
Like a Black Widow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just don't bite me.
There was no biting in this movie.
Oh, there was.
Yeah.
What part did I miss? I'd like to see that. Florence Pugh. Ooh. She's got the
Pugh.
Yeah.
Florence.
Nice. Black Widow, the newest movie from Marvel. Scarlett Johansson and Florence Pugh.
Uh-huh.
David Harbour's in it. Rachel Weisz is in it. I miss anyone? Those are the big hitters right there. But
Scarlett Johansson?
Scarlett
did I
Johansson.
miss her?
I think so.
I thought that was the first one I said. Anyway,
I really wasn't paying attention,
Scarlett
so am I sorry?
Johansson's in it. And
Picture of Jeremy Renner.
oh yeah, a picture of him. But it it was cool. So like I liked it. You kind of got a little backstory on Black Widow. It starts off with her like being this fake family in Ohio, and I was so confused because I was like, that doesn't seem right. Like
They're
how
not
does this
Russian.
Yeah, they're like, this is weird.
Hey, but that opening scene was pretty cool, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it was
It was
great.
like family, and you're like, is this the family?
And then it gets all serious right away. Like we gotta go now.
Yeah.
And then that was the other thing. Like with David Harbour, I was like, man, he's playing so serious. And it totally turks a turn where like
Turks a turn?
Yeah, turks a turn where
that should be the title of this episode.
You know, like now it goes into like the whole part where like they're a fake family and like the girls are in the red room and they have to learn how to be like spies, you know, like that whole theme.
He set them up to be in the red room.
Well, it seemed like Scarlett Johansson
was already in it.
Yeah, because like you started earlier, he says, but like I was like, man, that is quite the twist. And then it goes back to present day, and I won't get into too much, but it's basically it takes place right after Civil War, before Infinity War. So Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow's on the run, and
wait,
government's trying to get her
before Civil War?
No, after Civil War, before Infinity War.
Oh yeah, because they split up at Civil War.
Yes. So she's on the run, she's all alone, no one's there, and then she gets wrapped into this whole thing where she thought she got rid of the red room and finds out she did not. And now it's like, all right, well, let's team up and get the family back together, which I love that whole dynamic. I thought it was very interesting how they all got together. Rachel Weisz, the mother, David Harbour's the father, and the sisters are Scarlett and Florence. And I just, that chemistry, I loved it. I thought that was great.
You know what it was
hilarious.
Right?
What?
It was all vodka.
Oh yeah,
every scene they were together. I was watching this. I was like, "This is a Disney movie." They're like cussing and drinking and shooting, and
it was a little bit more adult. Like
yeah.
It had like darker tones to it for sure, but it was still kind of like lighthearted. But like they went down the spy route, and I thought they did a very good job.
Listen, James Bond is a spy, and he doesn't drink that much.
Oh, he does actually.
Is he just drunk all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he just enjoyed the martini every once in a while.
That's how he stays.
It's not
loose.
every once in a while.
He stays loose that way.
It's all the time. He has a flask of it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Can I get her to go? So Peter, you like the family aspect, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
It's all about family.
That's my movie.
Oh shit. Well, this one too.
Yeah, but I'm going to tie these two reviews together because I had an epiphany watching both of them.
Because it's all about family. So you got on YouTube, you got to go and watch Ryan's review of Fast 9 or F9.
They actually drank a lot of Corona instead of vodka. That was it.
Opposite.
Do I need to review Fast 9? We
Not
talked
really.
about
I'm
it.
sorry.
They already said they went to space, their family, and they drank a lot of Corona.
And it's like a superhero movie. Yeah. Nobody gets shot or anything. Wow.
Done.
Do you think they are setting up Yelena Belova, Florence Pugh, to be the new Black Widow?
Absolutely.
Do you think Scarlett Johansson's coming back?
No.
You don't think she's going to make a random Marvel guest appearance in a future movie because somehow Loki figured out something with the time variance and was able to save her and replace
with the whole,
Infinity
with the
Stone.
whole like multiverse and all that. Like
Loki literally found a drawer of Infinity Stones.
Yeah, they meant nothing. Like that was interesting. Like the grand scheme. Like you start to learn. Like, oh man, that meant nothing. That's crazy. But that was like just for like. And that was the other thing I got confused by with Loki. So now this is a little bit of Loki talk. Is man, why are we going down this rabbit? Okay,
because it's Marvel and they're fucked.
But no,
they're going forward to go backwards, to go backwards, to go forwards.
Is they're talking about how there's they talk about this. And there's so many different Lokis. So yeah, there is like one like there's. I think when I look at this timeline, there's a lot of different timelines of multiverses all in one. That's why you can have various different Lokis out there. I didn't realize that until just the last episode. I'm like, oh, now it makes sense. So yes. Everything's flowing in one direction. Yeah, I learned a lot from that. And now like the whole like time travel part, at least like it makes a lot more sense a little bit that there's tons of different variances, but they're all going in one direction. As long as you don't stray too far from that and create like a disturbance in that main flow, you're okay.
What's weird? Black Widow is considered a Phase 4 movie, right?
Yes. And that's why I felt like this movie was more of an introduction and almost an origin story to the new Black Widow.
Right. Along with the new Hawkeye coming out. And the Young Avengers.
Yes. There's ties to that, which hopefully everyone's seen it.
Which is strange because I was thinking before I was going to say this. This felt like a Phase 3 movie, only because Phase 3 didn't have much. Like they had some origin stories, they had some, civil wars, but there was not much time travel. I feel like Phase 4 is just going to be a clusterfuck of time travel,
dude. Like, well,
and
after,
multiverse and
after like, soon as Spider-Man hits, dude, the next Spider-Man, and then I think Doctor Strange 2 comes out. So like those two movies are going to be like very interesting, set up a lot. I think to this, but it's just going to be one aspect of it. I think they're just going to show like, yeah, there is a lot of different timelines and universes going on. So
I like that this was an origin story. This didn't have any backsplaining further than it being an origin of anything else or trying to like do anything in the future.
Yeah, but I watched this with my wife and she was very confused because she has not she's watched a lot of these Marvel movies out of order.
This would unfuck someone's confusion.
It confused her because they talk a lot about like what happened in Civil War, and she was like, "What the fuck happened? Like, I don't understand what's going on. Like, this is dumb." And like, and then, but also I was like, she forgot. I was like, "Well, do you remember Endgame?" She's like, "Oh, she's dead." And so like that part like helped her. And so she didn't quite follow like what is going on. So like if you haven't followed the Marvel Cinematic Universe, like a lot of those movies, you could probably just jump in. You're okay. This one though, there was a lot of stuff, a lot of backsplain. They went and talked about a lot of stuff that happened much further in the past and stuff they even alluded to in Avengers in that movie, like 10 years ago. Like, yeah, was it 10 years ago? Ish. A lot of stuff where she was just like, I don't know what they're talking about. I don't know what's happening. The overall like flow, like the overall movie, yeah, you get that. You understand that plot. But she just like, why is this happening? Like she didn't understand some of these plot devices.
Well, she needs to watch the Marvel TV show and then she'll remember.
Well, I'm sure one of these days, because we had a bet, she needs to watch all the Marvel stuff.
Oh my god!
That's been going on for way too long.
I know.
You gotta pull the trigger.
No,
make her actually watch them.
I do, and then she would watch a few, and then she starts falling asleep through them.
A few?
She watched. We got to like Iron Man, then she fell asleep through Iron Man. She's like, "This is boring."
You watch one movie at a time.
Yeah,
don't make her watch them all at once.
Okay, maybe we watch like Captain America and then whatever was after that, back to back.
Are you doing?
Don't do that.
Are you doing?
That's the worst part.
Doing in terms of time, or are you doing like when they were released?
Timeline, I think.
Oh, don't do that. That's even worse.
So
release dates.
No, I think because we did that, and I think we watched Captain Marvel again. And so then we got to Iron Man because that was the next one.
I'm really glad that Marvel made a female-led movie finally.
I watched it like 3 times now, and each time I'm like, all right, it's better.
Black Widow? You've watched this 3 times?
No. Captain Marvel.
Oh, that's a female-led movie?
That was your joke?
Wah, wah. That was Sam Jackson's movie.
Well, yeah, you're absolutely right that they finally made a female, like, by 2 females for that matter.
We need Quicksilver and Nick Fury. Fast and the Furious.
Bring them in there. But like
Fast 10.
Like, I mean, overall for Black Widow, like, I thought it was well executed. Finally, she got her standalone movie, sort of. Also introduced another character. I liked the villain too. I thought the villain was kind of cool, like how you really don't know who he is until the very end, and then also just how it ends. And like, if you really think about it, I read an article about this, how they were talking about like, how do we make a movie that's set between movies that are already made, and it can't like interfere with any of that. And I thought they did a fantastic job, and still being that like epic as all the other films. Like, they still executed, and I thought...
You know how they did it?
The director was from WandaVision, actually, and they did a fantastic job. That guy did a great job.
Wait, WandaVision did this?
The guy that wrote WandaVision, I believe, did this movie.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
See, the only gripe I have about this is the fact that your wife couldn't follow it because she didn't remember.
No, one also didn't see some of them films. Like, she never saw Civil War, so she didn't understand what was going on.
And I think that's so important with a movie. Like, you have to be able to come in and not really know much about it. It has to be a good standalone film.
Well, that's the issue. I mean,
just so you know, the guy that you said wrote WandaVision along with Black Widow is a woman.
Stop using dick fingers.
My bad. What's her name?
Jack Schaefer.
Well, that's why I got confused.
Jacques Schaefer.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. She's doing a great job. I apologize. I got it wrong, but I recommend.
Hey, you know what? Women writers are good at this timeline things because they'll never forget the past.
Well, but that's the podcast.
You had to get that in there. Either way, I don't care. It was she did a great job, and it was well executed. I like it.
And Kate Shortland was the director, and she did not shorten up on this.
No, I mean, everything about it. I thought it was a good movie. Like,
why do you guys let me on here?
So,
because you have such bad jokes. It's wonderful,
dude. I'm like the perfect dad joke, and I'm not a dad
that you know of.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
So that's Black Widow. You can go to movie theaters, get it on Disney Plus. Premiere access.
You could pay $30 for 2 movie tickets and then another $35 for popcorn and drink, or you pay $30 at home
and probably pay some more for whatever you're gonna eat that night or whatever. It probably equals out about the same. Who knows?